So on today's hike, I'm going to be hiking up to Plateau Mountain in the Catskills. It's one of the 35 peaks over 3,500 feet. I believe the elevation of Plateau is right around 3,800 or so. And so far, it's a pretty steep hike. The hike to Plateau is about a 6 or 7 mile out and back trip. You go 3.5 miles up to the summit and then come back down. But the difficulty of the hike is that the first mile contains pretty much all of your elevation gain. So you're doing just under 2,000 feet of elevation in 1 mile. And then after that first mile, you reach the plateau, hence the name Plateau Mountain. So we'll do this about 2,000 feet of vertical ascent, and then the trail should level off and be a nice hike up along the ridge with some nice views for a few miles. That's the plan anyways. We'll see how it goes. It's only about 15 degrees this morning, but going up this hill, I'm already warming up. So we're gonna take some layers off and keep heading up. I'll take off the Atom, which is my insulation piece, and keep on. I've got Smart Wool, the Ultralight Merino, long sleeve base layer, Patagonia Cap 4, hoodie, fleece, and then the Patagonia Houdini wind jacket. And that should be good. All right, let's keep hiking up this mountain. It's about 7 or 7:30 in the morning here, and I've got that sun just starting to come up over the mountain, so that should warm it up a bit. I actually am running pretty warm, but it's that constant struggle between too hot, too cold that can get kind of frustrating when temperatures are well below freezing like they are today. That's coming right up over. Should make a big difference. It's beautiful. Also got some really nice views opening up behind us as we climb higher. Can't really see them through the trees too well, but hopefully we'll get a great view as we get towards the top. So far, the hike up to Plateau Mountain has been great. It definitely wears on you doing so much elevation in the first mile, but it's pretty much just walking uphill. There's nothing technical about it. There's no scrambling or Not much climbing over rocks or anything. As has been typical lately, it's still very icy, but as I get higher up, there seems to be a somewhat fresh coat of snow over most of the ice, which helps with the grip a little bit. Of course, I've got my Katulas on as well. Definitely starting to get close to that plateau. I can feel quite a big difference in the temperature as well. It was 15 when I started at the bottom, and I don't know, it's at least a few degrees cooler up here, or maybe it's just a lot windier, but I can definitely feel it in my face. The rest of me feels real good though. Actually a little bit too warm. But keep going, we're almost to the top of the hill, and this should be smooth sailing from there. Alright, well, we've reached 3,500 feet elevation, which means we've just got somewhere around 300 more feet to go until we reach the summit, and still got 2 miles, so should be relatively easy from here on out. Let's keep moving. If I want to stay warm, I've got to keep moving. Doesn't get much more beautiful than this, though, that's for sure. Just up here with this whole mountain to myself, it seems. Well, we made it to the lookout. This is at the top of the plateau, and now we'll just be walking along the plateau. It's pretty windy up here, but the view is amazing. Alright, so as awesome as that view is, it is freezing up here because I'm so exposed to the wind. My face is frozen. But we'll just keep hiking here along the plateau, and we're going to head up towards Plateau Mountain, the official summit. So I have put on the Ninja hood here on the Kathleen just to warm my face up, and it's working great. It took about 2 seconds and I felt much warmer. I usually use this Kathleen here for sleeping when I'm backpacking, just because I use a quilt, and this seals up my face and head really nice to keep that warm overnight. But for colder day hikes, I take it along too. I don't normally use the hood when I'm hiking, but times like this when I get real hot or real cold, I can just put it on and warm up. It's a good bit of kit. I did bring my snowshoes for this hike because a few people were reporting that snowshoes were helpful up in the Catskills at higher elevations, but I couldn't find any reports for this specific mountain. So I decided to just take them just in case. But now that I'm up here, I don't think they're going to be necessary. A couple people have already broken in the trail with their snowshoes, and it's just kind of, the snow's pretty hard and crispy, so not too much of a problem sinking in really. I'm really hoping we get another good snowfall at some point before winter's over, but that's starting to look less and less likely, as today's actually 1st of March, so we're into March. I have reached the trail junction with some sign markers, and it says I have half a mile to go until the summit of Plateau Mountain. So we're going to keep on hiking, and we'll be there within the next 15 minutes or so. Also at this trail junction, which is interesting, I didn't even realize, there is a sign heading towards Tremper Fire Tower, which I did a couple videos ago, a hike where I hiked up to that fire tower. So it is 10.5 miles from here. I did not realize you could access that fire tower from this area. So that's pretty awesome. It'll be a good hike. But this is where I'm going. I am on the Devil's Path right now, heading up to Plateau's summit in a half mile. So we're going to keep heading that way. Alright, so I've just come up over the summit of Plateau Mountain, and I came up over top of the summit and dropped down a little ways on the other side to this lookout here. And I'm just gonna take a quick break, get some water, get some food, and then we will start our trek back to the trailhead. There actually isn't any views at the summit of Plateau Mountain, so that's why I didn't have any shots up there. But I knew that this lookout was on the other side and figured I'd walk down to here. For today's hike, I went with cashews for food. So I am back at that first overlook that we came to earlier in the hike. After this overlook, I'm going to basically drop right down to the trailhead for 1 mile. But this is definitely the highlight of this hike up Plateau Mountain. And if you wanted to, you could hike this. It would just be a 2-mile hike from the trailhead to here and then back. So 2 miles round trip. It'd be a lot of elevation, but it would be a good quick hike. So I'm going to enjoy this view for a little bit, and then I will finish out this hike with the last mile. Looking at the footprints in the snow, I'm the only one that's been up here today. These are all my footprints. Nice to know when you have a whole mountain to yourself. I can see a road there right through the woods, and that is the road the trailhead is on. So, getting pretty close. Well, I can see the parking lot trailhead now through the trees here. So that brings this day hike up Plateau Mountain to a close. I appreciate everyone watching, and I will see you in the next video.